Thank the gentleman for yield. Madam Chair, I rise in reluctant opposition to the bill, but at the outset I want to acknowledge the extraordinary work done by our chairman, Mike Rogers, and our ranking member, Dutch Ruppersberger. These two gentlemen have changed the nature and culture of our committee, made it far more productive, and they've done great work getting us to this point, and I want to acknowledge that at the outset. There is still work to be done, and I want to talk briefly about that in two areas principally, but even before I do that, I want to acknowledge why we're here. We do ourselves, I think, a disservice when we talk about a cyber threat. That sounds like something that may come in the future, something to be concerned about that might take place down the line. We are under cyber attack right now. This is not speculative, this is not intangible, this is happening right now. So this needs to be dealt with, and we do need a sense of urgency. But there is distance yet to go, and in two areas in particular. One, when we gather cyber information and we share it between companies or between the government and companies, as we must do, we want to make sure that we minimize any unnecessary invasion of privacy of the American people. And we can do both, and we have to do both. We need to protect ourselves from cyber attack, and we need to protect and preserve the privacy rights of the American people. I think the bill needs a requirement that personally identifiable information be minimized to the maximum extent practicable. All we're asking for is what can reasonably be done. We're not asking for the private sector or the government to do the impossible, but we should require of our government that they minimize personal information that is shared to protect us from cybercrime. That's the first thing. The second item that really needs to be incorporated in this bill that my colleague, Mr. Thompson, will talk about as well is the need to protect critical infrastructure. That is a big missing piece in the bill, and I understand from my colleagues that that's not within the Intelligence Committee jurisdiction. That's correct. But as we saw from the Rules Committee, they're more than capable of incorporating things from more than one committee's jurisdiction in the rule, as we see in a rule that incorporates interest in a bill on that subject with a bill on cybersecurity. So there was nothing preventing the Rules Committee from bringing into the discussion today and allowing amendments on critical infrastructure. The absence of those two big pieces make it impossible for me to support the bill today, but I look forward to working with both parties.
Expired.
Could I have 30 more seconds?
30 more seconds.
Gentleman's recognized for 3 more seconds.
I thank the gentleman. I just want to conclude by saying I look forward to our continued work on this bill, and I appreciate the great cooperation between the chair and ranking member and respect for all the members of the committee, and I yield back.